There's the sink. And here we go. What's up, Seekers? And welcome to Tuesday for another conscious thought. This one, very positive in nature, and really hoping to apply a lot of these things that we've been talking about to myself. Just because I get to download doesn't mean I'm good at it. You feel me? That's a lot of what goes on is we get these downloads, we get these contacts, we get this communication, and then we're like, oh, hey, that's pretty fire. We should talk about that. And while you're in the middle of some of these things, like, it's really good to talk about them. It helps through the process for sure. And, let me know in the comments down below how you've been feeling about these uploads. And if you have any input, because I'm open. I'm wide open to take information. Let's see what you got. Tell me your stories. Tell me what you got going on in your life that makes you feel good, makes you feel fulfilled. And let's have a good time with it. Let's have a conversation. Today, though, we're going to talk about ideas for living that positive and fulfilled life that we all really want to. It's fairly simple in concept, but not always simple and easy in execution. There's a lot of things that go on in this world that are designed and implemented just to drag us down and stop us from realizing the greatness that we all have within ourselves and the greatness of the universe around us. That sucks. Unfortunately, it's come to the point where there's a lot of, negative people in power. Negative entities in power. And negative entities, if you're familiar with Law of One, they exist for everybody and everything exists for a reason. We're all here to be the creator experiencing itself in every single aspect. So that means to know the creator, you have to know what it isn't. And that's where these negative entities come in. You get that compare and contrast. So just a few tips today to help you get some realization towards living that, my filter is really flying today. Living that positive and fulfilled life. And the first one I've got for you is a lot of these are fairly simple and obvious when you think about it, but do what you love, man. Do what you love. If there's something that you genuinely enjoy, do it. I like making these videos. I like talking to people. I really like helping people. I really like sharing my experiences, my thoughts, in hopes that they will help others along the way. And at the very least, spark a conversation. Because talking is important. And having conversation is important. But arguing and saying you're right, you're wrong, this, that, and the other is not really helpful. Have an open adult conversation and just be open to other perspectives than yours. Because they exist. They truly exist. And they're all just different experiences of the creator. So do what you love. If you love art, do it. Paint, sing, make music, draw, do, graphic arts, do all of it. Whatever you love, do it. You like going for runs and working out, do it. Don't hurt yourself in the process, obviously, but do it. You like reading books, do it. You like writing books, do it. Or if you're like me and you like helping others along this crazy path called life, Don't be afraid. Just do it. Pulling a bit of a Nike, but yeah, just do it. Just do it. The universe will do the rest. And the more you do these things that you love, you'll get better at them, and then you'll end up loving them even more. I'm already having that experience here now. I think I've finally found a system that works pretty decently for these videos. When it comes to like filming and editing, I've got the camera set up there. It's nice. Got my interface here with the mic. It's nice. Sounds good. No crazy audio issues. Video is going well. It's still, 4K. Like, it's nice for you to watch. It's nice for you to listen. I think I'm doing okay. Once again, hey, if you see anything, let me know in the comments. Because I would like to make this the best experience possible for everybody. I wrote something down that is much easier said than done for the most part. Live in higher vibration. The interesting thing about that I've noticed about some of these lists I put together is they all kind of go together, not like for the topic. I mean, obviously for the topic, but like when you do what you love, you're automatically living in higher vibration. You're projecting out those energies of fulfillment and self-acknowledgement, self-awareness. And just the fact that you are doing these things you love, you're progressing up that map of consciousness, and you're helping societal consciousness at the same time by living in those higher vibrations. If you look in the raw material at all, I mean, Ra themselves says specifically, not specifically, but I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, just the fact that we're helping one person. We serve the purpose. That's all we need to know. That's how I feel about this. If I can help just one person, it's worth it. You can intentionally and like actively work on living in higher vibration. You can get into meditation and yoga and all these things that sound like woo-woo and all that. But when you work on yourself to work through traumas and distortions and, the shadow and all that, you start raising your vibratory levels and you start progressing up the densities in terms of like thoughts, even though they're not us, right? We are not thoughts. We are not the thinker of thoughts. We perceive thoughts. So when you're doing what you love to do, you're automatically living in higher vibration, which tells the universe that you want more of that. Like we talked about before, when you give something energy, you're telling universe, I want that. Without saying you want it. You're living in it. If you're choosing to go through, and I'm going to say choosing a lot of people I've noticed don't like saying choosing, but in reality you are choosing to go about these things. There's just so much trauma that it feels like you don't have control. And the shadow wants you to feel like you don't have control. But we do. We just got to realize it internally. When you're choosing to do these lower vibratory things, it drags you down. And it's telling the universe, I like that. I want that. Because you're giving it energy. Whatever you put your energy towards, you're going to get more of. So if you're living in high vibration and you're doing things you love, you're telling universe, hey, I like this with the energy. If you have bad thoughts come through and you examine them from afar, which is something else we're going to talk about. I don't think it's this one. It's not this one. It'll be one we're talking about here soon. But examining your thoughts from afar and not claiming the thoughts, but giving energy to the ones that you want to keep. I still struggle with this myself quite often, honestly, because of my trauma. That's what I'm here doing this for. I'm working day by day to raise my vibration, to be in a happier, healthier state, and to continue to do what I want to be here to do, and that's to serve others. I want to help everybody I can in every way I can. No one specifically, no one especially, just everybody. I want to help everybody that I can. If you want to live your best life, if you're tired of your job, if you want to do the things you love and be able to afford, that we can talk about later too, if you're familiar with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Changing that thought process there. But if you want to be financially stable and still do what you love, that's why I went through what I did. That's why I invested multiple thousands of dollars into what I've done to be able to provide that service to others. So in doing what you love, you live in a higher vibration. Those two things work together. They like to mingle together. You can actively pursue living in higher vibration by I mean, honestly, it's fairly simple. That's being happy. It's not on the list. But choosing to be happy, that's a high vibrational emotion. Being happy. It's something as simple as looking at other people and realizing that you're equal. In fact, you're so equal, you're the same. We're all from the same place. That's a hard one for a lot of people to do. There's a lot of superiority complexes going on. There's a lot of you're lesser thans going on. I'm here coming to you in the long and short of things as you, as source. But as a soul that is from source in a broken male body. I'm not perfect, and none of us here in this density are perfect. Simple fact. But if what I have that comes to me through clairaudience or pendulum work or my meditations or anything, I feel can benefit anybody else, I write it down. 9 times out of 10, it's almost everything I get unless it's specifically about a situation I'm going through. I'm on my second note card. Woo! The last thing on here is jump into mystery. And that's really tied into the other two as well. Because one of the things you can do to jump into mystery is to jump into finding a way to be financially stable while doing what you love. I know it's hard to think about it, but with the internet and the right sources, the right people, you can do exactly what you love to do and be completely and utterly abundant. The definition that Aaron Doty provides for abundance I love is abundance is the ability to do what you want to do when you want to do it. I've been living in abundance for a few weeks now. It's thanks to my wife. It's thanks to the people around me. It's thanks to the decisions I've made. But let's be honest, it all boils down to it's thanks to the universe. I have jumped into the mystery. I took the dive with the program. I applied that education to what I want to do. doing what I love. And it works. It works. I know. I'm telling you, you're in the middle of it. It seems like, oh, you're crazy. You're a lucky one. This, that, or that. No, we're all lucky because we're all fueled by source energy. We're all fueled by universal intelligence and universal infinity. Jump into the mystery. Try something new. Go outside of your comfort zone. It's one of the greatest things about this existence is the mystery of the universe about us. I've seen UAP. My wife will back me up. She was there. Desiree is a phenomenal, amazing woman. We've been through a lot together. And it'll go on. I've experienced channel work. I've experienced very intense spiritual communication. I've just recently, the other night, had an interaction with a lost soul. Something I, for the longest time, thought was a load of hoopla. Here I am in the middle of it. I thought all of this was a load of shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought all of this was a load of horse shit. But here I am in the middle of it, talking about it, sharing it to everybody. I'm taking my education, my experiences, combining them with the videos and the help from Aaron Abke and his experiences that he shared, and Aaron Doty and the experiences that he shared and has gone through, combining the more consciousness-centered, third density-centered kind of thought processes and the higher spiritual focus kind of concepts of the Aarons and smashing them together. You now have the triad of Aaron. Their names are spelled the same, mine is not. Jump into mystery. You're having troubles at your job, you can jump into the mystery of a new job. You can jump into the mystery of funding and creating your own business. You're having an issue in a relationship. Jump into the you're having issues finding a relationship. Well, Aaron Doty's got a lot about that. That's not really my expertise. But when you look at this stuff, it's all about being the best you can be, and you attract what you want. You don't chase it. Jump into the mystery. Enjoy the wonderful fact of existence. You're here. We all came from a thought. Pretty crazy. Probably sounds ridiculous to some people watching this, but I love the raw content. I love the raw material. I am confident I've had a channel with raw. Desiree was there for that too. Kind of what happens when you're married. You spend a lot of time together. I love every second with her. And it strikes me. And don't get me wrong, I delve into a lot of stuff. I take advantage of that mystery. Eckhart Tolle. A couple of the more transcendent, not really transcendent, but like the very Eastern religion, like the Osho and oh, there's so many. Dolores Cannon. Check them out. Now, none of this is going to really stick to anybody listening or watching until you're ready. But if it's interesting to you, check it out, because all of this stuff, most importantly, the raw material, changed the path of my life. This life entirely. And there's struggles every day, but it's about looking at them and taking them in a positive light. Not being so negative and down about everything. Sometimes it's hard in the moment, but I've gotten personally to the point where 9 times out of 10 I can make that conscious decision. And God, it feels good to not choose to go down those negative, hurtful, hateful, spiteful, painful, self-depriving, self-hate, self-hurt thoughts. And I know it's hard in the moment. And it's really hard until something clicks with you. I was suicidal before I came here and realized this. Hardcore. Multiple attempts. Then it all just came to me in a flood. Realized I had a purpose. Everybody has a purpose here. We all chose to be here for a reason. Find yours. I guarantee it's got something to do with doing what you love, because there's a reason why you love it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, Seekers. I'll see you tomorrow. Live in abundance. Live in happiness. Do what you love. Achieve that higher vibration, and you will live a positive, fulfilled life. Love you.